Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live, and the new earth that we all truly want to live on as well. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs, and it's for Wednesday the 18th of June 2025. I hope you're doing well. Let's get some cards out, see what's going on. We have willing entanglement, wanting to get involved in something, willingly getting into something. Feels like either speaking up about something that perhaps you would have pulled back from before, or getting involved in some kind of a project that you feel like you're passionate about, or it's something to do with you. You'd like to be involved in it. Yeah, community, connections with other people. It's around other people. So it's either speaking out on something you feel like you should speak out on, or around other people in your community, or a project, or someone wants to do something, you're like, yeah, I want to be involved in that. Let's do that together. Wow. Again, we've got generosity. Didn't that come out yesterday? And rescue. There's something that you can do. Speak up, and there's something that you can do, or there's some way you can help, and you can be generous. You're like, you might be seeing like people not taking a wrong direction, just but doing something and there's a better way of doing it, or doing something that is perhaps not harming them, but just like not so great for them, and you know, like the answer. It's like, well, oh, if you do it like that, then this is going to happen. Do this instead. Something like that. Or you get involved because you're like, oh, if I get involved in this project, then I will put those things in place so that that bad thing doesn't result from it. There seems to be an area of knowledge here to help out. It doesn't feel like a rescue, but it feels like putting something on the right direction, or adding your ingredient to it so it's going to be better, a better result. King of Pentacles. This is the one with the money, the one in charge, the boss, that kind of thing. Very old paradigm stuff, isn't it? Then we've got the Tower. Something's falling apart. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Okay, we could see power structures falling apart. Now, division into the old earth and the new earth. Those experiencing the old earth, they're all going to have those power structures in place. They're living their dream of power structures, control, and all of that. They're going to continue doing that. But those of us moving into the new earth are experiencing these things falling away. Right? That's how it's going to happen. What are they experiencing of us? I don't know. I was going off into La La Land, maybe. Maybe think we're just all crazy and we're going to go off to the woods and sing Kumbaya together. It could be like that. I have no idea what that experience is going to be like, of us kind of drifting off. But our experience, New Earth experience of them drifting off into their dimension, will be things falling apart. These structures falling apart. The boss can't do it anymore. They have a breakdown. That kind of thing. It's just through all kinds of different ways. These structures are going to fall from our dimension, from the New Earth dimension. It's exciting, isn't it? And then we've got Justice, the card of karma. Interesting. Okay, King of Pentacles. I mean, for many years in my readings I've said, like, there's such a diversity on this earth, like too much really, right? So we can learn so much. But I know from my personal experience, it's like I wouldn't have needed to learn these things if it wasn't for this earth and the experiences that I had as a child. I didn't bring karma with me. Didn't. And there I was, born into like abuse, into a religion that was telling me you're bad, you're a sinner, just for being born. I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. It was just horrific, right? And then I've spent my life like healing myself from that and helping other people. It's like, whew, what a useless game that is. But my point being, if that diversity, yes, it allows a lot of people to learn a lot of things. But some of us, we just like, why would we need to have war as still a lesson? Why do we need to have abuse as still a lesson when we learned that already? Like, we never wanted a part of that. It holds good people back from learning way more. And that's why we've got this division now, right? Because we're like, I want to progress. I want to ascend. I want to learn even more. And there's so many of us got to that stage now. The light beings, the ones in charge, they are going okay. for them to have what they want, for them to have what they want, cannot coexist anymore. There needs to be two. And this has never been done before, apparently. It's never been done before, so that's cool. We're leaders. Perhaps we're going to be the new specialist. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Perhaps we're going to be the new specialists of dividing dimensions up. I'm getting goosebumps with that. We're the new specialists, apparently. We're going to get back into our light bodies after we've lived this experience and do this in other universes, help them out in other universes. Cool. So the King of Pentacles, what's going on with him? Ten of Materials has built something big. This King of Pentacles is the boss. He's the one in charge. He's built something big. And Two of Materials, balance, weighing up the options or balancing, and the Eight of Voices in a mind trap. Wow, what is this? To build something up. You know how I was saying it might appear as like the bosses or the controllers or the leaders going through psychosis. Yes, it is appearing like that, isn't it? Psychosis. They built something up, but there's like a lack of balance, and there's like, I'm getting psychosis from that. I'm getting Eight of Voices, like they believe something which is really not just keeping them in a structure that doesn't work for them, but it's keeping them in a structure that doesn't work for them mentally. The more we distance ourselves from these things, the more when we look at them we think it's just pure madness, like absolutely psychotic. Psychotic behavior. I can laugh about it now because I know that it's not going to be in my experience for much longer. Okay, what's behind that, please? That's fallen. That's flipped over. It's not fallen over, it's flipped over. The teaching is behind that. They're learning the lessons that they need to learn. And we can be assured of that, you know. This is not like, oh, they're going to carry on and go into destruction, get worse. No. They're all going to ascend too. We're not going to see it, but they're going to ascend too, but very slowly and ascending that way, you know. And some of them just need to have that, don't they? Some of them need to commit crimes and then get punished for them to learn, and some people do learn. There are those stories of people like in prison seeing the light and realizing, like, you know, finding God or something, or Jesus Christ, and then realizing that they did wrong. Some people do, some people don't. Some people need to go through that karmic cycle in another life. But my point being, they are going to ascend, not to the new earth, well, maybe eventually in many lifetimes, but we can just leave them to it, you know, to their teachings. So you might see that going on. I wouldn't get too emotionally involved in that if I were you. Tower, because it's falling apart. Ding dong, the witch is dead. An awakening. It's waking up even more people. Now, why are we interested in that? We're interested in that because this is a collective phenomenon that's going on into two unique dimensions. The collective experience, right? So we've got us in our own lives and the dimensions that are within us, right? And our personal experiences. And then we've got the collective experience too. It's the collective experience that's dividing into two dimensions. And then we're all individuals within those two dimensions, with all the dimensions that we've got within ourselves through the choices that we make. So let's see it like this. This is what we've got at the moment. Still a little bit of intertwining going on. Why? Because these people in the middle here, between, they haven't decided yet, is one way of putting it, but it's not like a decision like they're being asked. I just saw a guest, like game show host. Which one are you choosing? It's not like that. It's them doing the inner work or not. These are the people that haven't, or they're just getting their eyes open to doing the inner work. Are they going to choose fear and control, or are they going to choose love and better times? It's an internal choice by, can they handle the fear? Like, no shade on them if they can't. Those people that are in that crossover, they get to decide with the way that they're being within themselves now. But once they have kind of decided, they're kind of made the choice, and then the light beings go, okay, they've made the choice now. Those ones that were on the edge, they are going to come over. Maybe next lifetime, you know, next lifetime. There is this awakening process going on. The towers that you see falling, if you are in the middle, I don't think you are. I think you're on the new earth side now already. But just know that you might be witnessing certain things that are old dimension and new dimension at the moment, and it might be very confusing as a result. But don't use it to judge yourself of where you're at. Grounding. Ground yourself. Right. So it might be this psychosis, people doing crazy things. It could happen, some of this division could happen, or them falling away from our experience could happen through tower moments, things falling apart in a big way, you know, not cataclysms, but maybe, you know, people being taken out in some kind of way. In other words, passing away. They've not passed away in their reality. They're just passing away from our reality. I know it's complicated. It's super, super complicated. But just ground yourself. Don't let it pull you into that fear base. Just don't let it scare you. And even if it scares you, that doesn't mean that you're going into the other dimension. It's not like that. Don't use it as a judgment of yourself, please. Justice, karma. This is what it's about, really. It's about karma. It's not about, do you notice these things and then get scared? Oh, now you're making the choice to be in the old paradigm. It's not that. It's about karma. What is karma? Karma is when you are emotionally attached to something. So if you are seeing that and you still have a big emotional reaction to it, it's like, that's wrong, I need to do something about that, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's an emotional reaction to it. You're judging it. But the noticing it and feeling fear, that's just human beings' reaction to it. That's not choosing it. You know, I saw that for a while with like law of attraction teachers saying, when you say no, you're still saying yes. It's like, well, that's not true. You can say no to something cleanly with no emotional attachment to it at all. No major emotional thing going on. You might go, oof, no, and then move on from it. Or you might go, oh, no, I hate that thing. You shouldn't choose it either. I am going to start a campaign about you, all you people. I'm going to post all about it on social media. That is being emotionally attached to it, right? There's a difference. And that is when saying no is saying yes. We're not doing that. We're just being human and noticing horrible things. And yes, some are scary. Some are scary. They are. But stay grounded. Justice, because karma is what it's about, not your focus. And karma is somewhat about your focus. Anyway, I'm trying to help you out here. We've got the Knight of Materials. It's moving slowly, the Two of Voices, and you don't know what to do. Yeah, it's not... Oh, this is so complicated. There's nothing for you to do. You've already chosen. You guys watching me, you've already chosen. You're good. Don't berate yourself going, oh no, I just felt fear about that thing and I'm going ahead in the wrong direction. It's not that. And there's nothing that you need to do. It's moving slowly, yes, but we can just let that play out because we've already chosen. You've done enough work. I'm telling you, you've done enough work. Look back. Look back at perhaps your childhood and all the trauma, or when you've been in those traumatic patterns and reacting to it and all of that kind of thing. And look where you are now. Totally different, right? Totally different place. Totally different vibration, different energy. Home is behind that too. You know what this is saying? It's like your predominant vibration. When you're at home by yourself, what's your vibe like? Oh, mine's so good. Mine's so good. That's why I don't like to go out there very much. And I live on my little tropical island in my little happy bubble. Because I don't need to see all of that stuff. I don't. My predominant vibration is where it's at, not what your vibration is like when you're experiencing the other side of things. Okay, what about masculine and feminine? Lighten it up, please, guys. It's so complicated, this stuff, but it needs to go in there because you'll need to know about it. Otherwise, it's kind of confusing. Hey, that wants to go with that. That's unusual. Okay, so we've got judgment out first. Judgment is an awakening, it's a calling, it's being brought forward. Now the masculine and feminine, please stand up. It's that kind of an energy. Divine masculine, divine feminine, you have an important role to play very soon. Of leadership, together. Don't need to do it alone, together. Guys told me this ages ago, twin flame stuff they were talking about. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe the twin flame thing, and then my guy said to me, actually, there's something in it, because what we're headed toward is going to be leadership of two, divine masculine, divine feminine, man and woman leading together. There's a calling here, probably not in person yet. I wouldn't say, but let's see. We've got the Fool and the Hanged Man. Interesting. So changing your mind, or seeing things from a new perspective about this new beginning that we've got, this new earth that you've got. So you could, but it could be from what I've just said. I hope I'm explaining it better, but you could have a new understanding about that, that relieves pressure from you. Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords, nice. So Ace of Wands, an exciting new start. You could be getting excited about this now. The Queen of Swords, and you've got strong boundaries, right? Here we go. I had issue with my guys, like it's like the last 5 to 7 years, I would say. A lot of my readings and my channel work were about boundaries. It's just changed this year because of this shift, but about boundaries and about saying no and being empowered and standing up for ourselves and spotting red flags and all of that. And it's all very negative teachings. And I was beginning to dislike my job, quite frankly, because it made me feel like I'm a negative person, and I'm not. And I'm like, come on, guys. Anyway, this Queen of Swords, she's very important. We developed this Queen of Swords inside of ourselves, these boundaries, this strength of saying no and protecting ourselves. I think it's going to be less needed, but there's something exciting about that. I don't know. Ace of Wands. Let's get into it. Judgment. So there's this calling for divine masculine, divine feminine. Please stand up. 5 of materials. I'm alone. 4 of emotions. I've been waiting for something, but the right people aren't there. So 8 of inspiration is you're on the right trajectory. Okay. Yes. Please stand up. It's an internal calling. So divine masculine, divine feminine, please stand up now, but it's still an internal thing. I thought that's what it was going to be. It's not in person yet. So this is not like find each other now and start doing something. No, this is step into that energy, recognize your divinity, recognize that you're holding this divine feminine energy or holding the divine masculine energy. Even if you've not, or even if you feel like you've not fully embodied it yet and you don't know how that's going to play out, just recognizing it and holding that energy. That's what we need to do. We need to hold that energy now. Divine feminine, and I'm holding this vibration. I'm holding this energy. That's just about recognizing it ourselves. And I'm ready, you know, I'm ready. Psychic development is behind that. So it's very much an internal job. Tuning into that energy. Now, if you feel like you're out of balance, like, because feminines, ladies, we have lived in a masculine world. It's been a man's world. It's been a patriarchal job, and we've had to be way too masculine for our own liking, haven't we? In the workplace and all of that, we've had to be so masculine, and it sucks. And I think we recognize that. And so if you're feeling like you're still a bit too much in the masculine, bring more divine feminine energy in, call on that energy, ask for it to be given to you, channel it, channel that energy through you. I'm going to be more in my divine feminine energy today. Because Hanged Man and the Fool, you might be changing your mind about what this new beginning is, and have a clarity. Woman on a mission, or man on a mission, this Knight of Voices is. Clarity about that now. It's like, oh, I see my place. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I'm not here to save the world, rescue the world, but I can play a part in it just by being myself and holding that energy. You'd be surprised. Be surprised at how you change people's vibration just by being you. I mean, I'm doing it on YouTube, but in real life, people stare at me everywhere I go. They stare at me. I affect people's vibration. What I've noticed too is that people that are in my vicinity, they behave better. They behave better too. I see people doing something bad, and then they look at me and then they start behaving better, like I'm like judge and jury or something like that. I don't know, I hold some kind of an energy like that. It wakes people up to themselves. You might have noticed something about that in you too. It's enough for you to just be hanging about. Yeah, you could be getting clear about who you are. This integration, integrating that and letting it be enough as well. I tell you, the guides are like, you're doing so much. And I feel like I want to do more, because I'm thinking from a human perspective of like, I want to do work. I want to be busy. I want to be doing readings with people, energy. I want to, I'm thinking from this masculine perspective. And like, Claire, you do so much. Just like with you, just being there. Just being there, right? So it's shifting our mindset into a more feminine mindset, even the man, into a more feminine mindset. So if women have had to be more masculine, too masculine, more masculine than we wanted to be, men too have had to be more masculine than they wanted to be. Balance is where it's at, and we know, we feel it, right? When we meet a man or a woman that has got that balance, it feels really good, it feels really safe. When it's out of balance either way, it doesn't. So Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands, excited now about, clarity on it, Queen of Swords, and about your strong side, your boundaries and all of that. The Knight of Emotions for romance, and the Sun and happiness. This is like an inner knowing, and it's exciting that you know when you know exactly what it is that you're looking for, and you'll recognize your partner or your tribe because you know who you are, and you'll recognize that energy in them too. And you're clear on that, and there's no confusion anymore. It feels like that. You know what will make you happy, and you know what that is, and that's exciting to you now. And Queen of Swords, anything that's not that is deflected away with Wonder Woman bracelets. Sacred space is behind that, because you're divine and you know yourself, and you're taking your space, and like, this is who I am. I deserve the match to me, in my friends and the people around me. That. Taking sacred space, holding space for yourself like that, knowing yourself, knowing who you are, no bending and like hiding bits and wearing masks and being more masculine than you want to be, and then, you know, no more conforming to those other things that we've needed to before. Just knowing who you are. And your particular mix as well. I think the balance of the masculine and feminine within each of us is going to be slightly different. It's not like we've all got to be 50-50. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be, we know that, right? There's more feminines, right? And that's them. That's who they are. And then there's some of us that are more masculine than the feminine, and that's who we are too. It all balances itself out in the bigger picture. So we've got a rat. Someone's working against you behind your back. Okay, so we do have a lot of other noticing things falling apart here, right? And so, yeah, I guess they might be trying to take us with them. They might be trying to drag us along or blame us. That's something that happens as well. Get scapegoated for it. Like, because you seem to be doing all right, so it must be your fault, right? Just careful of that. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes, you unicorn. Just being yourself, knowing the magical creature that you are. Bird perch, waiting for news, package, letter, new earth, paradigm. Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Emotionally secure. That's what I was saying. It feels very safe when people are balanced in the masculine and feminine energy, and when they're being authentically themselves. It's not so much of the balance of masculine and feminine, although that's part of it. It's when they're just being authentic. That shines through, and we feel safe with those people, right? Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. This is the bridge that we're on at the moment. And rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. Yay, we made it. We've made it through the most difficult part. Whew. Okay. How best to deal with these energies today, please? Oh, my readings are getting longer. Going on, that's why. Trying to explain complicated things. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. This is about you and your stability. Queen of Pentacles, she's so stable. Know yourself, know who you are, know that's all you need to be. Your vibration is changing everything. Be secure, strong and secure in that. And sometimes your mind will tell you you're not. It's not okay, and I need to do more. Recognize that for old structures that it is. And then bring yourself back to yourself and be stable within yourself. You got this. We got this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. What is this brought up for you? Let me know. Is there some chaos going on around you? Structures falling away? Let me know. If you want more from me, sign up for my free class there. Meditate with me there. There's a new meditation going up every weekend. Have the best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.